Good evening, children. Yesterday we have learned about acids. Today we'll learn about bases, its classification and indicators. What are bases? Bases are substances which are bitter in taste. What are bases? Bases are substances which are bitter in taste, and slippery to touch. And if we are touching it, we'll feel slippery. It is slippery to touch. For example, if you are taking the soap, if we touch it, we'll feel slippery, and it is bitter in taste also. What are the other examples of bases? One example is what? Soap. Another example, bitter gourd. Another example is bitter gourd, which we are using in our home. And baking soda. Baking soda also example of base. See, baking soda is the one which we are using for making cakes, breads, etc. Then, other than this, window cleaner. Window cleaner also contain base. What is that base which is present in window cleaner? That is ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide is present in window cleaner. And what are the other example? For example, lime water. Lime water, the formula is what? Calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide. So these are what? Bases. Similar manner, like every compounds, we cannot taste it, we cannot touch it. So many theories of acids and bases come. Similar to the Arrhenius, we have studied the Arrhenius theory of acid yesterday. Similarly, he has given definition for base also. According to Arrhenius theory, what are bases? Bases are those compounds which furnish OH minus ions in presence of water. See, very easy. Acid furnish H plus ions in presence of water. What are the bases? Substance which furnish OH minus ions, in the presence of water. Or you can say hydroxide ion. OH minus is also known as hydroxide ion donor. What are the bases? Bases are hydroxide ion donor. For example, if I am taking NaOH, which is a sodium hydroxide, if I dissolve this in water, it will furnish OH minus ion plus Na plus ion. So sodium hydroxide is a base. One more important example, KOH. What is the name of KOH? Potassium hydroxide. If I dissolve the potassium hydroxide in water, it furnishes hydroxide ion. So it will split into K plus and OH minus ion. So these are what? Example of bases which are hydroxide ion donor, or you can say which furnish OH minus ions in presence of water. Next, we'll see about the classification of base. See how we have classified acid based on their strength as strong acid and weak acid. Similarly, base can also classified into strong base as well as weak base. What is strong base? Which ionizes completely, maximum, or you can say completely in water, which ionizes completely in presence of water. What is the meaning of ionize? It will split into ions. It will produce ions when we dissolve in water, and that also complete ionization will take place. You know already what is the meaning of complete ionization. For example, if I am taking the 100 molecules of NaOH, if I am taking 100 molecules of NaOH and I am dissolving the NaOH in water, what will happen? All the 100 molecules of NaOH will ionize to give 100 Na plus ions, 100 Na plus ions and 100 OH minus ions. That means there will be complete ionization of the molecule into ions and it produces maximum OH minus ion. What are the other example of strong bases? Very important. NaOH and KOH are very important examples in your syllabus which are a strong base. Come to the weak base. What are the weak base? Already you know now. Which ionizes partially, which ionizes partially, which ionizes partially in presence of water. In presence of water. Now, example of weak base here is, example for weak base is ammonium hydroxide, which ionizes partially means if we are taking the 100 molecules of ammonium hydroxide, very few, less than 5, means it can be 1, 2, 3, 4. Only those molecules will undergo ionization to produce OH minus ion plus NH4 plus ion. Clear everyone? So, bases can be classified into strong base and weak base. Strong bases are those which ionizes completely to produce maximum OH minus ions, and weak bases are those which ionizes partially to produce the minimum OH minus ion. And what are the examples? Strong base examples are NaOH, KOH. What are the weak base example? Weak base example are ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH. What is the name of this? Ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide. Next, we'll see what is the difference between the base and alkali. First of all, we'll learn what is the meaning of alkali. Base, you understood what is the meaning of base. Now we'll learn about what is the meaning of alkali. See, alkalis are bases. Bases which are soluble in water. Bases which are soluble in water. Soluble in water are known as alkali. Bases which are soluble in water are known as alkali, or in simple word you can say water soluble bases. Water soluble bases are known as alkalis. Water soluble bases are known as alkalis. And what are the example of alkalis? You have potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide. All this comes under alkalis. And what is difference between base and alkalis? See, one important statement is that all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkali. All bases are not alkali. I'll give you one best example. Copper oxide, it is a metal oxide which are basic in nature. Copper oxide is a base. Copper oxide is a base, but it is not an alkali. Why? Because it is water insoluble. So bases which are water soluble are known as alkalis. An example are KOH, NaOH, ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide. Clear? So simple difference is a base can be alkali only if it is soluble in water. If base is not soluble in water, we cannot say it as a alkali. Clear? Next, we'll learn about the important compounds which are indicators. See, for example, if I give you the compound A, which is unknown, you don't know nature of this compound, you don't know chemical nature of this compound. And if I ask you, tell me whether the given compound A is acidic or basic, then how will you identify this? Already I have told you that you should not taste unknown compounds, right? So then indicators are substance which help us to detect or which help us to identify whether given compound is acidic or basic. Very important. What are indicators? These are the substance which help us to identify or to detect, to identify whether given compound is acidic, whether given compound is acidic or basic. Compound is acidic or basic. How they will help us? By showing different colors, by showing different colors in different medium. Colors in different medium. That means they will change their color in acidic medium and basic medium. That means they will show different color in acidic medium, different color in basic medium. So they will help us to identify whether a given unknown compound is acidic or basic. Clear? We have many examples of indicators. Okay, we learned about type of indicators and examples of indicators. So indicators, you understood what is indicator? Simply which help us to identify chemical nature of given unknown compound. How they will help us to identify? How they will help us to identify? By showing different colors in acidic and basic medium. Indicators are broadly classified into two types. One is natural indicators, and another one is synthetic indicators. One is natural indicators, another one is synthetic indicators. What are natural indicators? Name itself is suggesting natural indicators are indicators which are obtained from natural source, which are obtained from natural source. Natural source means here plants and animals. Okay, so natural indicators are those indicators which are obtained from natural source. Example, we have many: litmus, turmeric, cabbage juice. Okay, we'll study the color change of litmus in acidic and basic medium. Is very important. One more question can come from the color change of litmus. So color change of indicator in different medium, acidic and basic medium. Litmus, turmeric, right? Many. We have the red cabbage juice and other also. We'll study in detail about each natural indicator. Come to the synthetic indicator. What is synthetic indicator? Synthetic means synthesized, or you can say man-made. They are what? Man-made indicators, or they are synthesized by human beings. And in your syllabus, there are the two synthetic indicators you are going to study. One is methyl orange, another one is phenolphthalein. We'll see in detail after seeing natural indicators. So in natural indicators, you are going to study about first natural indicators, litmus. Second natural indicator, you are going about turmeric. And third natural indicator, you are going to study red cabbage juice. And fourth one is China rose petal. Okay, these are the natural indicators by using which we can identify the chemical nature of given compound. So, and what is important regarding indicators is that their color change in acidic and basic medium. First, we will see litmus indicator. And it is very common. I think everyone knows about this. Litmus is obtained from the plant name as lichen. Okay, it is obtained from the lichen's plant. And it is available in two colors. Litmus is available in the form of paper, and here it has the two colors. One is blue litmus paper, blue color, blue litmus paper. Another one is red litmus paper. One is available in blue color, another one is available in red color. Suppose I am taking a compound, okay, A. If it is acidic, if I am dipping the blue litmus paper, this is a blue litmus paper. So This is a what? Blue litmus paper. Blue litmus paper. What will happen is acidic medium, the color of blue litmus paper change to red color. So if given compound is acidic, what will happen when you will place a drop of that compound, or if you are dipping the blue litmus paper into that compound, what will happen? The blue litmus change to red. Blue litmus paper change to red color. Whatever part you are dipped into the solution of acidic compound, it will change to red color. What will happen if you are if you dip the red litmus paper? Red will remain red. Red litmus paper, if you are dipping into the acidic substance or acidic compound, it will remain as red. Very important. You have to remember. In acidic medium, blue litmus change to red color and red litmus remain as a red. Clear? In acidic medium, blue litmus change to red. Red litmus remain as a red. Come to the, if a given compound is basic, if it is a basic, then what will happen? Red litmus will change to blue color. It will change to blue color. And what will happen to the blue litmus? Blue litmus paper will remain as a blue. Now, if a given compound is neutral, like a distilled water, okay, if it is a neutral, then red remain red, red litmus remain as red, red litmus remain as red, and blue litmus remain as a blue. No change in the color of any of the litmus paper in case of neutral medium. So quickly I am revising. Litmus paper available in two color. One is blue color, another one is red color. In acidic medium, blue change to red, red remain as a red. In basic medium, red change to blue and blue remain as a blue. And what about the neutral medium? Neutral medium, there is no change in color of any of the litmus paper, either it is blue or a red. Clear? Next we'll learn about another indicator, that is turmeric. Everyone know turmeric, right? We are using the turmeric in our kitchen daily, right? Morning, evening, whenever we are making a food. Now, what is the color of turmeric? Yellow color. Now, just you can try in your home, just pour or just put a drop of lemon on a turmeric. What will happen? Pour a drop of lemon in turmeric. What will happen? It will remain, it will not change color of the turmeric. That means turmeric natural color is yellow color. So in acidic medium, the color remain as yellow. So what is the color of turmeric in acidic medium? Same color. What is that same color? Yellow. It retain the color. Now same thing, you just pour a soap solution. Just make a paste of turmeric or simply turmeric powder and just pour a soap solution. What will happen? Tell me. Here it will change to red color. So what is the color change of turmeric in basic medium? Red color. Or sometimes you can say reddish brown color also, or red color. Very important. In acidic medium, it remain as yellow. In basic medium, it change to red color. Come to the third natural indicator, that is red cabbage juice. See, very easy. You can make a red cabbage juice. Cut the red cabbage into pieces and put into the mixture and grind it and make a juice. And that juice can be used as an indicator. So what is the color of red cabbage juice in acidic medium? In acidic medium, color of red cabbage is from red color to deep purple color. Okay, or you can say simply red color or purple color. And what is the in basic medium? What is the color of red cabbage in basic medium is it appears green color in basic medium. So what is the color of red cabbage indicator in basic medium? Green color. In acidic medium, it is a red to deep purple, or you can say simply red color, red or purple color. Clear? Next, we'll learn about fourth type of indicator, natural indicator, that is China rose petal. That is, fourth one is what? China rose petal. See, what is the China rose petal? Hibiscus flower is there, na? We can take the flower, and if we dip that flower in warm water and filter that water, it will that solution, whatever the resulting solution will obtain, that can be used as an indicator. You can dip the China rose petal in warm water, leave it for some times, and you will obtain the resulting solution that you can use as an indicator. Now, what is the color of China rose petal indicator in acidic medium? What is the color of China rose petal indicator in acidic medium? It is a purple color. See, generally rose when we are saying, we'll say red color or purple color, right? So you can remember in that way, it is a what? Deep purple color. Deep purple color. So, and one more thing is very easy to remember, or you can say dark pink, right? Dark pink color. See, you can remember as a previously what we have red cabbage juice. It is what? Purple color, or we can say it is a red color. So here China rose petal, whenever we are saying rose, so we'll think about it is rose is generally red color or pink color, pink and purple. Okay, little similar kind na. So you can remember like that. Acidic medium, the color of China rose petal is what? Pink color, or you can say dark pink color or purple color. In case of basic medium, very easy to remember. See, basic medium, same green color. Okay, like how the color of the red cabbage juice in basic medium is what? Basic medium is what? A green color. Here also you can say green color. Here China rose petal, more conveniently you can remember as a dark pink more. Okay, purple also okay, but dark pink will be the more accurate. So here basic medium, green color. Acidic medium, dark pink color. Acidic medium, dark pink color. Clear? So we have studied the four natural indicators. One is litmus, second one is turmeric, third red cabbage juice, fourth one is China rose petal. Next we'll talk about the synthetic indicators. We'll talk about synthetic indicators. Synthetic indicators. So what are the synthetic indicators? Which are synthesized in laboratories, which are man-made. In your syllabus, you have to study two synthetic indicators. One is methyl orange. One is methyl orange. Another one is phenolphthalein. One is methyl orange. Another one is phenolphthalein. Very easy to remember. First, we'll take the phenolphthalein. What is the color of phenolphthalein in acidic medium? Basically, it is a colorless. It will remain as a colorless in acidic medium. The color of phenolphthalein in acidic medium is what? Colorless. Now, in basic medium, if you pour a drop of the compound which is basic in nature to the phenolphthalein, then it will turn pink color. Okay, light pink color. It will be light pink color. Light pink color. So, color of phenolphthalein in acidic medium is colorless. Basic medium is light pink color. Come to the methyl orange. The color of methyl orange in acidic medium is, see, orange, red, you can say red color. It is red color. In basic medium, it is a yellow color. It is a yellow color. So, these are the color of many indicators in acidic or basic medium, which are very, very important. So, we have studied natural indicators, 4 synthetic indicators, 2 phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Next, we'll study about olfactory indicators. These are the, see, till now, whatever we are saying indicators, that means they are showing different colors. Here, olfactory. Olfactory is nothing but odor, or you can say smell. So, these are also indicators. These are also indicators, but they will show different smell. They will have different smell or different odor in acidic or basic medium. So what is the role of olfactory indicators? Same as normal indicators. What are the role of indicators? Same, help us to identify acidic or basic nature of the given compound. Help us to identify nature of what nature? Acidic or basic nature of given compound. What nature you can say? Either acidic or basic. Clear? Now, so how they will help us? By showing different order, in acidic and basic medium. Means they will have one kind of order in acidic medium, another kind of order in basic medium. You have 3 examples, and very important also, very important. We have 3 examples. So now they have made it MCQs based, but previously when it was a short answer, long answer type of questions used to come till last year, they used to ask this, what is olfactory indicators, and write 2 examples of olfactory indicators, either 2 marks question or 3 marks question. So very important. Now they can give you in the form of MCQs, right? So which of the following is your olfactory indicators, or what will be the smell change of in acidic medium and basic medium, like that. They can ask you in either ways. So we have three olfactory indicators. Okay, we have 3 olfactory indicators. And very easy to remember. See, unlike normal indicators, each indicators have the different colors in acidic and basic medium. So you have to remember the each color of each indicator. The color in acidic medium, color in basic medium of each indicator you have to remember. But if you come to the olfactory indicators, very easy to remember. Here you have 3 type of olfactory indicators. One is onion, another one is vanilla extract. Ice cream, will it na vanilla? Same vanilla extract. Another one is clove oil. So all the 3 olfactory indicators, they retain their characteristics smell in acidic medium, lose their characteristic smell in basic medium. Very easy to remember. See, onions, if you take the onion and smell it, it has its own characteristic smell, right? It has its own smell. Even vanilla has very pleasant smell, right? And clove oil also has its own smell. Now, all the 3, see, very easy to remember here. In acidic medium, what will happen? Retain its smell. Means whatever the natural smell of onion is there, it will remain as the same. Even you can test in home also. Just cut the onion slice and tie in small cotton cloths and keep in fridge for one night. And next day, take the onion slice out and just smell that cloth. So it has the onion smell. That cloth you can use as an indicator. Otherwise, directly onion slice also you can use, and like this also you can use. What you will do, you just pour the lemons. You just pour the lemon juice there, or you can pour the tamarind juice, which is an acidic nature, and just see the smell. It will have the same smell as before. Then just make a baking soda juice, like just mix the baking soda powder with water, or simply add the baking soda. On the wherever you are adding the baking soda, that area, it will lose its smell. So in basic medium, if we are adding the basic compound, the onions will lose its smell. It will lose its smell. But in acidic medium, it will retain its smell. Same thing for all the 3. Very easy to remember here. Just you have to remember the name. Onions, vanilla extract, and clove oil can be used as a olfactory indicators. And one common sentence what you have to remember is, in acidic medium, they retains their smell. What each component has their own characteristic smell. They will retain, they will not lose their smell in acidic medium. But in basic medium, they loses their smell. That's all. If you remember one sentence and if you remember the name, this name, then olfactory indicators are clear. Very easy. In acidic medium, retains Retain means remain same. Okay, its smell. And in basic medium loses its smell. Same thing in clove oil also. Acidic medium retains its smell, and basic medium loses its smell. Okay, so in the next class we'll discuss about chemical reactions of acids and bases. Thank you. Keep on studying.